Make me a star, baby.
Astronomy Valediction. I've learned everything about stars, galaxies, and planets. Before this class, I didn't know what a constellation was. And that's it.
I learned a lot about the universe being in this class, because before this I didn't know anything about it. The school year went a little rough in this class, but at the end, I pulled it together and passed it. That's it.
So this year in astronomy, we learned a lot with Plato about stars and galaxies and the universe, and had a great year with all my colleagues over here. Did a live model of the solar system and a bunch of cool stuff like that.
So in astronomy, what I learned this year is a little bit about quantum physics. Don't understand it. Our universe. We made some live models of our universe, did some Plato tests, and got a lot of help from my colleagues on those tests. We made some actual domes that would look like the stars in our sky, and that's about it.
For astronomy this year, I learned a lot of stuff. I learned what a constellation is. I learned a couple of stars. I know where the polar star is. We built some domes, which are pretty cool, because we get to know where the stars are for us. I learned that the universe is expanding, and maybe I learned more about it.
Woo! Okay, so this year I had Rasmussen for 3 periods: chemistry, astronomy, and junior hour. It was a pretty good experience. It was fun having him for 3 different classes, because I really got to see how he teaches each and every class differently. I learned a lot in astronomy, especially about stars and our galaxies, stuff that we usually don't learn in chemistry or biology. So it was a lot of fun.
This semester of astronomy has been an emotional roller coaster. There were times where I wanted to quit because I couldn't pass the Plato test, and times where I couldn't stop laughing. I honestly don't know what I would have done if I didn't have Valerie in this class sitting next to me. I really enjoyed all of the projects we did in this class, but I didn't like listening to the monotone voices on Plato. It's been a good semester of astronomy, and I hope you all have a great summer.
This semester in astronomy, we learned many things. We learned about the moon phases, our universe, and much more. There were activities that we did. One activity was the making of the domes. The domes were to help us locate where the main constellations were in the sky and what they looked like. We did many different things to understand each constellation by printing out stories of each one and making presentations. Everything that we have done was to help us understand our universe, and I'm glad that I took this class. Have a great summer.
So in astronomy this year, I've learned a lot of neat things about space, including how our universe began, why we haven't drifted off into space, and what our sun does to create energy. In the beginning, we talked a lot about constellations and how they were formed, and then we did a dome project that really set into place how all of them were and what stars are really made of and that sort of thing, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
So this semester in astronomy, I struggled a lot with the Plato unit, and I still have yet to pass that, which is kind of given that little bit of anxiety. But I had a lot of fun. At the beginning we learned constellations, and we did a dome project which said where they all were placed. Throughout the rest of the year we learned a lot about the moon phases and and how the universe was made and all the energy that's like working on us as we're doing it, and it's been a really good semester.
Okay, so this year in astronomy we learned a lot about space in like sections. We did constellations, moon phases, and planets, and then we did like comets and asteroids. We did this on Plato and also hands-on projects like our constellation domes to see where the domes would be in space, or the constellations would be in space. We did the moon phases project where we hung a ball in a box and looked at the different moon phases, and we've just done a lot of hands-on projects with each other, and it's helped us a lot.
Okay, so this semester for astronomy, I learned a lot of things. Mr. Rasmussen has taught us the constellations and moon phases, and he taught us like several things from Plato. And I struggled with Plato, but I made it, and I had lots of fun. So, yeah.
So in astronomy this year, we learned so much stuff. We did these dome things which have constellations on them, and when you put a light underneath, they shine on the walls. And then another project we did was we painted the solar system onto exercise balls and stuff like that, and we're gonna hang that up. And we did a lot of Play-Doh work as well, which I thought was super easy. But yeah, there you go. We did so much stuff in this class.
What class is this again?
Astronomy.
Astronomy. All right, astronomy lesson for the day is my valediction. Well, you see, valediction, I don't really know what it means. It's a big word, but you know, I guess it's supposed to be a whole bunch of nice stuff. Well, you know, it's been fun this year. I've been cutting my fingers with the domes and getting in trouble and all that fun stuff. Got Play-Doh done. Says more than other people. And yeah, had fun this year. Razzle was great. Gonna miss him. Ain't gonna miss her though. And yeah. Alright, that's it. You're welcome.
Astronomy, it was fun this year. Had a lot of help from my fellow classmates, and I'm gonna pass.
Hop in there.
Okay, I learned about different types of constellations and the mythology behind them, and I learned about the phases of the moon, and I learned about the planets, and that's all I have to say.
You're on.
The future is a wavering maelstrom of the unknown. Whether we dive headlong into it, tiptoe up to the board, or look back to see what we have done in the past, we all must go through it. I say the before with this in mind. I don't know if I will see all of you next year. I don't know if I will see any of you next year. But I will keep these memories of the year fresh in my mind for time to come. I would be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would be lying if I said that this year was the best school year of my life. But the future is getting brighter. I hope the future is getting brighter for all of you. And even if the darkness seems suffocating, remember, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yay! Thank you for the lovely year.
Woohoo!